let's just get into it. Let's get into it. Okay, fish liver oil, very useful item that we're going to talk about now, obviously right there. And then another thing that they do use is the electromagnetic gigaflux reflector, the helm from Nomer, as well as Ramstein's lightning bolts on the big pole, which is right here. I have it pulled up already. So they use invisibility potions to run in while a paladin gathers everything in Fairlena's room. This is the biggest thing, and Horde, I don't know how Horde are going to pull it off perfectly. Potentially a Petri pull on a rogue. Potentially. We'll see. So everything's grouped up here. There's going to be a skitterer pack moving in right here. You're actually going to see lag happen when it happens. Everybody's going to sapper and use their helm or their lightning bolts. You're seeing from this POV that we have a Ramstein's lightning bolt. Yo, good run, brother. Thank you for like just being dope, man. You're super cool. Also, your gear is so stacked. So congrats on the new gear. And then we're just seeing a dynamite from this POV that we're seeing. But what everyone else can do is macro your helmet or your lightning bolt with your sapper. Pretty much everyone's going to do that. So you'll see this is going to end up actually lagging it. Boom. Lightning bolts and sappers all at the same time. Everything is blown up. Everything is blown up. So this is pretty much the dopest part of the entire raid, really. But they do have other skips. So we're going to watch the whole thing right now. Let me get maybe some... Get rid of that, get rid of that. Some a little bit faster music. So a little bit faster music. Let's do... All right. Let's do this. Is that all Fairlena trash at once? That is all Fairlena trash at once, guys. So we are going to watch the Noob's speedrun, their entire speedrun, where they did 65-42, no Darkmoon Fair, and no Petri. One thing again I do want to mention before we do it is that Noobs does have access to the tournament realm, where it is a 500 gold or $500 reward to every person for winning it. So they are allowed to use those one-time use items. They don't have war chiefs. I don't think they can get war chiefs. Voter, can you get war chiefs on the test roam? I don't think they can get war chiefs. So there's no war chiefs blessing here. And there's also obviously no Darkmoon Fair. Yeah. All right. And there's a couple skips in this one, which are really good to note. A couple skips in this one. They've actually mastered this really, really, really well. Let me lower this even more. There. They've mastered this run really well, where they've gotten like multiple runs in the 1 minute or 1 hour and 5 minute run to 1 hour and 10 minutes. Like multiple runs. It's Ramstein as well as the electromagnetic gigaflux reflector. They share a CD. So this is the helmet you can use. Yeah. I do not know. You could confirm for me if you're allowed, if you could kill it with sappers and no Ramsteins, but I think you might need the Ramsteins or the helmet. The thing about the Ramsteins that I would probably suggest to people that are going to try this is have it macroed before the sapper, because Ramsteins has like a second delay on its usage. So if you're using that with sapper, have it in your macro before the sapper. It shouldn't really change anything, actually. Do they scale with spell power? I actually haven't tried. I don't know. They do, yeah, they have festival, like, yeah, they have Valentine's buffs. Look at the buffs. So there's no War Chief's Blessing, no Darkmoon Fair. They have festival buff, though. Here, they have the stamina buff from Arch Dawn here. They have pretty good time on everything else, like 56 minutes on the Sunflower. A nature and shadow prot already popped. Food buff, Juju's, flask. Yeah. Swiftness of Zanza, which is probably going to be the call in all of these speedruns, more for swiftness. And we're also going to see almost everyone in this raid is extremely geared. Like, so they have not the option, but they run a lot of raids, a lot of splits, and most of them are GDKP. So pretty much everyone has like BIS gear almost already, because they just run in different raids and you can buy it. This guy is, yes, very, very geared. I have no idea how to pronounce his name. In this raid, Virulent, this rogue, does some of the most insane damage I've ever seen. Easy to justify swiftness when you have 30 stamina. Yeah, exactly. All right, so they're in biz potting to start. They're literally in biz potting to start this, right? As well as swiftness items right there at the beginning. So now they're swapping off of their trinkets. They were using basically the nifty stopwatch to very first pull. You can't invis past these. Here's a bunch of target dummies used so that they can blow up this first reacher. And look at the ranger just taking these out. Boom. There's the helmet used already. That's the helmet for everybody. Watch this. Look at this helm. All right. Kill. Helmet used. Boom. Queue up the swap. Easy. This man has the best gear. He's rich. Oh my god. Hungry Cold and Gressel already is pretty insane. And Badge of the Stormguard for that. Yeah, he has so much gear. It's actually kind of crazy. I'm curious who's the best geared. Does he have Kiss also? He has Phylactery and Kiss? I didn't look and see Kiss yet. Okay, yeah. Oh my gosh. All right. So they eat up right after moving across and then instantly engage that pole pretty much. You don't really need to queue up all of the fireballs. People like healed themselves. It is nice though. Let me see if they did. You could have the healers eat up, right? You could have all of your healers eat, or your healers heal up the mages. Now there wasn't full queued fireballs on them. You can have all of your mages just instantly start casting in the speed run, right? And your healers heal them up while everyone else eats. Could you move cam right side so we can... Oh, yeah, dude. Let me even just make my cam smaller. What do we need me this big for? Look, there. Now you can see the damage meters. Virulent does so much damage in this raid. It's actually extremely impressive, especially as a dagger rogue. He's using King's Fall and Death Sting. That group pulled. Now they have the big pull. In an ideal world, you just cleave these down, use FAPs. Let's see what is used here. One is pulled away. They're cleaving the rest down. Sun's out on a lot of people. If anyone's going to be tanking Patchwork, they might have called for stuns or potions not to be used. No, there's a Mighty Rage Pot used. He used a Mighty Rage Pot instead. And there's the Kiss of the Spider. You Kiss of the Spider. There we go. Already ready for the next one. Marks are up really quickly. And they blow this guy up before he can cast his toad. Oh, yeah, there's the fear. Not too intimidating, though. If they pull anything else, they just move into it, which they are going to. I think there's 7 deaths in this run. They pretty much really want to focus the big guy. In case they get a totem, they really want to kill the totem fast. And then they can just pull this A-bomb out of the group. Ideally, a slightly farther. And then as things are dying, pull it in, kill it, which is great. We use Novas a lot. You may want to look at Sims damage. Let's look at Sims overall damage. Dude, that's actually insane to see too. He's literally out DPSing. Like this is so much damage. 1.1 million. Like that's more damage than if you're not in a speedrun guild, your lowest DPS can often be below this mark. No joke, dude. Very similar damage to the warlocks too. So this is to the lowest warlock at least. And to the tanks. This is incredible. And yeah, he's pretty much using a ton of Holy Nose and a ton of smites. A lot of Sapper Charges, Holy Waters. He's really min-maxing his damage here. He does have the least healing of everybody, but that's fine with other people overcompensating. That's totally fine with other people overcompensating, right? And he almost has as much healing as the Druid. A good thing for Druids now with the 2-piece set bonus is that they can give your mages or your rogues extra energy, which is incredible. And also your warriors extra rage, but it's not enough rage for it to really be worth it for them to spam too much. But it is actually enough energy. In my raid yesterday, my Druid, our one Druid overall gave the raid about 2.6k extra energy. It's actually 6 deaths. 1 death is a fake death for Hunter. I'm not sure how Warcraft Logs recorded it. Okay. 6 deaths. Top healer? Yeah, top healer, dude. And now they're just going to run in towards Patchwork. I don't know if everybody saw it. But everyone from Lottie's stream, you guys must have seen it where he got hit by this. At least it was not in a speed run. Everyone's renewing food. Nope, food buff's ready. Everyone's just getting food. If they're going to do any tanking. Everyone else can just stay low. Battle chickens, boys. There it is. The battle chicken. So the battle chicken now follows you. Extremely useful for Patchwork. Pretty much you could have 1 or 2 in every group and your group is going to get it. Right? So useful for battle chickens. They're waiting on DPS for a second and then they're going to go in. Boom. Also, a useful weak aura for warriors is having your main hand and offhand. I personally don't use it because I just try as a horde warrior. You don't really need to worry ever about any rage ever because of Wind Fury. But as Alliance, you can make sure you keep Heroic Strike queuing. Perfect. Let's see. Still has Kiss. Phylactery is honestly should be on at all times on all of these bosses, right? Double usage of on-use trinkets is kind of not really the play anymore. The Phylactery is just unreal, man. Dis, what's up, man? And DPS, Mage is at 2k. Warriors up here at 1.3k. They are pumping this boss, dude. Patchwork, even if your DPS is pretty crazy, it is a longer fight, quote unquote. And he's watching buff cap. Getting close though. There's times where he gets kind of close to buff cap, which is scary. Where are the slimes? They took care of the earlier slimes. They took care of the earlier slimes. Although I thought the early A-bomb would come into you. This is past Frogger, yeah. I thought that the A-bomb, if you skip it, does come in. Or was that just a glitch on like Onslaught's first run? What is the swirly above Patchwork's head? I love the Immortality Severed weak aura or add-on, whatever it is. He should click off the AD stam buff. I mean, it's enough stam. You would rather take off like Fort over that. Yeah, they played it safe. Yeah, which is a good call. which is a good call. Having more, so there's still some deaths in this run, and like the name of the game is not to have deaths. That's a really nice chain pull right there. This mob's already stunned. It gets charged, so there's like a fear of a knock, but like the knocks aren't actually that bad right here, right? And it dies before anything, and there's stuns on the off target. There's an arrow here on the mob. Is that what you're asking about? The arrow that he has, which is his target arrow, which is really nice. It comes in, happened to my guild last week. No, I don't know why it didn't. And I think this is like the play every time. I'm going to say it. I think this is the play every time in a speed run is if Grob is down here, you just pull. Kill the odds. Progress did it in their first run. I don't think they did it on purpose, but it was easy enough that they knew that they could do this. Easy enough, move into the boss. There's no need to rush the boss. It doesn't really, like this boss is not intimidating by any means. They do get a slime. For everyone that doesn't know, the slime does count towards your parse. That's not something you care about in a speed run, but if you were going for the fatty 99s, which I don't know if these logs, do you know if these logs will remain valid on Warcraft logs if it's on the tournament realm, like overall? It'd be interesting to see. Yeah, one more slime. They're kiting this towards the next room, which is always good. That's something that we like pretty much talk about in every speedrun breakdown, is just shortening the time or the distance between you and the next pull. Like we'll see speedrun items or speed items be used later also, but like shortening time between pulls is going to be just so useful. What is the tournament realm? So on Chinese realms, there's a tournament realm where they can go in and do these speedruns in a tournament way, and the winners make money. It would be so sick to see this on NA. So, or EU too. I'm just saying it, dude. And 30 stamina is very large, yes. So everyone moves in, and again, you guys can see this. Everyone's super geared, guys. Everyone's super geared. There is a fear ward up. I'm curious if everyone has a fear ward. Let's see what happens with the fears. So with a fear ward up, it allows your warriors to use two different fear mitigations, right? If you have a fear ward, your warriors can then use two different fear mitigations with Death Wish if you have Death Wish. Which it looks like Wreck is still here. There's Moist Towelettes right here, guys. If I was him, I was going to say I would preemptively use Berserker right there, and he does. Perfect timing. And then the next one would be Death Wish if the boss lives for another one. And I actually don't think it will Fear again. It's going to be tight. Super tight. Super tight. He's using Iblis now. Yeah, so on that fight, he's going to double fast speed weapons, probably for rage. I saw somebody ask this in Lottie's stream earlier for something kind of memey to use Iblis Hungering Cold there instead of Gressel Hungering Cold. I think it technically will sim better with the faster weapons because of rage. I don't know about that. Where can we find these logs? Here, I'll post them in a second. Here. This is Noob's Run. Here's the log. Boom. Also, you want to absolutely blow these mobs up. Again, counts towards your parse, but just blow them up anyways. And then in an ideal world, you get a crazy ignite rolling on this boss, and your mage can just Petri, and you never have to like drop that ignite. We're gonna see how it goes. Higher execute, getting yeah. It's during the execute phase, more rage. Yeah, I can also link the video. It's big for execute. Can you lip? What would you need to lip for? These ads do count towards your parse. Yes, they do count towards your parse. So ideally, every melee wants to get behind the boss right here, so you're not parry hasting. Also, that scuffs your DPS, but it also makes your tank take more damage. In an ideal world, really, I think usually it's easier for your tank to just turn it around because everyone right there was parry hasting, as you could see. Like there were a lot of melee that didn't get behind it. So ideally, your tank just turns it around instantly. We can't use... Oh, you can't use Petri. You can't use Petri at all on the test drum. So there's literally zero Petris. Oh, you can... Yeah, you can lip before the fear. You can lip the fear. You can vanish it, but vanishing it is super hard because it's not on a static timer. Lipping is a lot easier. Vanish is very hard. It's not a static timer. You can vanish anything, right? People are going to take damage here. Nope, he's fine. So mage is still top DPS, but the tank is just crushing it on threat. There's not really like any fear here. Because as a lock, I pull aggro and get tossed over. Okay, yeah, you should lip that, but you should never pull aggro. There was literally one transition there. Here's a thing that I think will end up saving time. But, so here you have a crazy buff, right? If you can pull it off. If you, and only if. You have 190% extra damage here, right? If your half of your raid goes into military wing, pulls this first group, kills it, and then runs and spreads out. This is risky technically because you have to kill it in time and then spread out before it drops, right? Second, the other half of your raid would then ideally go into another wing like Spider, pull the first pull, kill it, and then move out. It's very risky, but it would be useful. Even if your other part of the raid doesn't even do that and just moves into a position, one half of your raid pulling with this buff and then spreading out would be huge, right? We have to cancel our ignite if you pull aggro. So that, yeah, so noobs can't Petri here. They literally have to cancel ignite. It's risky, yes. It's very risky. And you don't like, right? So like right now, the idea is play it safe. Right? Right now, you play it safe. The clip of the streamer getting scammed for 30K by getting a weak aura that sent someone else his gold. I have not seen that. I have most definitely not seen that. This is a very big pull, guys. And they actually wrecked this pull. This is a huge pull, and they recklessness this pull. This is probably the biggest pull in here. So there's like big trinkets. Badge of the Swarm Guard, insane for this type of a pull. Like any sort of cleave pull like this is just absolutely nutty. Mighty Rage wasn't used because it was still on CD. But Swarm Guard, Wreck, beautiful. And Death Wish. Death Wish used? Nope, Wreck was used on Thaddeus. Just Swarm Guard. Yeah, this is a huge Chad pull. This is a huge pull. They just go in. Look at the Hunter moving through and grabbing that. And they also have these, right? So you've got the Gargoyle to deal with. Fine. There's the Sappers used. They've got the Ghouls to deal with. Ghouls can be stunned. And Mages are dealing with getting all of the Slimes so that nobody else has to worry about them. Move on to the Slimes. Easy. You don't have to worry about threat. Boom. Yeah, Squandered. I'm actually very curious as well. They do, yeah, they have 1, 2, 3 rogues in this comp. But they don't really need to stun too much. Like, everyone's a warrior. They can have everybody pick up a target, which I'm assuming, do you guys do? Do you guys just have every single person, like, this is your target? Every warrior can pick up a target, and then they kill it. Here they single pull this. And then they're going to double pull the next pack. What would probably be a really big play for them would have been to equip Diamond Flask. There's the single guy that comes in. Would have been to equip Diamond Flask after that pull back there. And then this is a 30 seconds, right? And then right here, Diamond Flask set, double pull. It's just going to help. This POV guy is called Guildmaster White. This guy's name is Guildmaster White. So that's the POV. How do you... Is there a way to pronounce his name in English other than Guildmaster White? So here's the double pull, right? Which is fine. You focus down one target, the standard, bring them all down. It's just a lot of raid damage, right? So this is just a lot of stress on the healers. Although the healers are not struggling on mana whatsoever yet, at least. At all, actually. So that's actually wasn't bad. There was 8 stacks. That wasn't even intimidating. Everyone eats, tops themselves off. They're using percentage food again, guys. Or not again, I haven't mentioned that yet. But it's the best food in the game. Your percentage food is the best food in the game. Guildmaster White, because he's rich, dude. I love it. Yeah, 8 stacks is what a lot of guilds get on normal pulls. And then we move in. On this boss, another little tip for the parse guys out there that like to parse. Everyone should, all of your off tanks should bring in all of the adds to the boss. Those do count towards your parse. If you want to parse on this, absolutely you have to kill the boss before he transfers or teleports. But even if you're not trying to parse, you should stack these adds up on the boss. And if you're a dagger rogue, you really want things stacked up on the butt of the mob. Shout out to all of the tanks and off tanks out there that for some reason have no idea how to do that. But just tank it on the butt of the mob. Why is that the hardest thing in the world to do? Everyone stands in front of the mob. Like, nobody can cleave that. Why do you do that? Just a suggestion. There's the death on it. Boom. Down. Finish the adds. And move on. Easy. Look at the Thunder Furies. Look at the Thunder Furies and the Gressels in this raid. It is, in English, I guess his name is Ares Mu. Ares Mu. Ares, dude. Ares. The god of war. He's the god of war. Here, they don't do any cheeky strats to, like, try to skip anything right there, at least. On that little, like, you can jump over a little ledge and, like, stop from pulling a couple things. Kiss the Spider's on a 2-minute CD. Let's see if it's put on. Put on a trinket that has a 60-second CD? Or did he re-equip Kiss? How did his CD get reset? I didn't see. They're also not going to wait here. Like, in any speedrun, you're instantly going to go in for Noth. There was another safe spot found. They don't use it, but there was another safe spot found for the Hagen dance. This is interesting that we're actually going to see the POV of him getting teleported. Sainto Seiya. Dude, it's like now he's a legend. Now he's a Super Saiyan. How do they have so much gear in less than a month of Naxx? They run like, how many raids would you say you guys run? Everyone just sits here and waits. He's using Iblis again, yeah. Everyone, they run a lot of raids. And every one of the raids, for the most part, is a GDKP. So people can just go to a bunch of different raids and buy everything. So like he was saying, he's rich. He has pretty much everything that's dropped. But everyone can just, they go to different raids, buy everything. Hagen down really clean and easy. We didn't get to watch the POV of it, but it's like it was dead before the dance, right? Shadow Pot could be used. Let's see. People using swiftness items there, which is everyone in the raid using a rocket boost? it would make sense. Is everyone in the raid using rocket boots after killing Hygen? So they put rocket boots on for Hygen and using them after? Not even walking down the hallway, dude. Yeah. Yeah, gold is, yeah, they also have, yeah, they can literally buy WoW tokens. That is correct. There we go. Yep. Everyone is using speed items to get here. Like, look at the gear of everybody, guys. Oh, Gressel. Oh, Gressel. Oh, Gressel. Oh, Gressel. Oh, Gressel. Oh, Thunder Fury. Yeah, they're fine. They're doing fine. Here he's using Hungering Cold and Iblis again. A good thing for this, for Lotheb, it's just infinite rage, right? He's just trying to have as much rage as possible, and he's going to start critting once he gets his orb. I don't know if other people did, but it didn't look like he swapped on to the Undead Slaying set. Let's actually look. So the Undead Slaying set for Warriors is insane because it works as a multiplier, right? The 2% extra percent DPS or damage works as a multiplier. It also multiplies on top of like your Darkmoon Fair. But nope, it's not only good for mages. It is insane for warriors on this fight. It can be really good for warriors on Thaddeus, although it doesn't work perfectly like a multiplier on Thaddeus. So it's insane for warriors. We will see like Progress use it. You will see Salad Bakers use it. I don't know if noobs, if you guys are going to use. There's one person made a mistake here, so we decided not to use the speed potion. What was the mistake? Can you tell me? Boom. Popped it. Pretty much now he's going to have a ton of rage and crits for days. Crit, 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 crit. Another Undead Slaying Breastplate. Yeah, it is. You do. You do. And you only have like 2 days left, guys. Get it. Also, Kiss of the Spider on this boss. Come on. It's going to be amazing. Look how fast this boss is dying. Look at the DPS. Everyone's just pumping. There's the Kiss pop. Death Wish. Still on CD. Kiss is just, oh, so good on Warrior. It's unreal. Mighty Rage is used. Death Wish still on CD. Or not on CD, still not used yet. Jingsu, I don't know what that means, but I hopefully agree with you. There's the Death Wish. He used Death Wish right at the end of his spore, so that they can try to kill it while he still has his spore, which they will. Which Death Wish worked out perfectly with his execute. I mean, it's gonna fall off maybe for like a second. Psh, whatever. Boom, done. Easy. Easy. Liu Fei, I don't know what that means, but I hope that's a good thing. But congrats to noobs for their run. Can you remember the fact is there's one person not using speed item, then everyone else had to wait. Oof, unfortunate. Is Lotheb the only fight I would use Undead Slaying as a warrior because of the Spore debuff? Potentially also Thaddeus. The issue with rogues, not like it could have been really useful for rogues also, but rogue tier 3 is just so good. Like warriors don't have that, right? Warriors aren't getting like a crazy upgrade in those pieces. I mean gloves, yeah. But yeah. Door to close on them, the fight strats, yeah. 100%. There's the spin. People move out. Could have been disarmed. I didn't see if it was disarmed. They could probably blow these up altogether. Yep. Yep. Look at that. Right as I said it. Just blown up. What is the add-on he's using as target marker? I wrote it down. Somebody mentioned it earlier today. Give me 1 sec. I wrote it down. Because I wanted to download it as well. I think it's really nice. Copy. It's called nameplate indicator. Nameplate indicator. And it's customizable. It doesn't have to be like an arrow just like this. Boom. Okay. They killed that shade. Looking out for the next shade. They're going to use another invisibility pot skip. I think it absolutely... So Warcraft Logs today asks again if invis pots should be able to be used, or if you have to kill everything. I think he absolutely... I think we should be able to skip some things. I'm just going to say, I think Petri should be limited, but I think we should be able to skip some things. And again, this is on the tournament realm, so like they cannot use Petris in this run. So this run has no Darkmoon Fair, no Warchief's Blessing, and no Petris. Yeah, let people play the way they want. Except for, I think, limiting Petri. Because some guilds are just going to spam Petri, and you know it. Apes used 170 Petris in their World First run. Right? Alright. Invis potions. RIP progress. Using the Invis actual engineering item. Big Invis. Stacking a pot. Someone tags this on accident. That was a mistake, right? Would Undead Cleansing be good for Rogue on Lotheb? No, the issue is that Rogue tier 3 is so good, right? It might be. I don't have a perfect calculation for that. So someone to ask would be Simonize. I could reach out. Simon's got like the best, like his spreadsheets and his sims are insane. So I can reach out to Simon and see if he can test that for us with an ideal situation. But I don't think normal sims can test that the right way. Would it ever be worth it to drop edgies for Undead Cleansing as a warrior? You don't need to use edgies on trash. Some trash, yes. Like anything above level 60, which is a lot of trash in Naxx, right? But like in AQ, you didn't need to use edgies on trash. It was a lock that hit it, dude. A lock that hit that. Hope you liked the Master White's video. Our members from Noob, so happy you're watching our videos. Yo, the video was sent to me, by the way, guys. Here, I'm even going to shout out before we go too far. By Burning, he's been sending me these, and it's so helpful that I can watch these. So if anyone in Noobs ever after their runs wants me to watch and break down things, please do send. It'd be so helpful to me. And I can post my Discord in a second. Here's the chain pulling is always nice in a speedrun, right, guys? Chain pulling is huge. The hunter is always ready. And it's going to be called... This was like... In AQ, we saw that this saved some guilds the most time. Is the hunters perfectly chain pulling. Any hunter that was slow or pulled too early would completely ruin the raid, right? So Noob's hunter is chain pulling like a G. None of the above has one of the best in the EU and in the world best hunter chain pullers who actually was a rogue that swapped to hunter to do it for them, which is pretty crazy. But that was really nice. Here, the little wait. Get the soothes out and get ready. Now that he's patting back. There we go. Not able to renew food buff. Should have used an Argent Dawn instant food buff, probably. The pickup was really clean, though. That's something that, like, I mean, any good guild is going to do. We've definitely seen guilds on stream here, guys, right? Struggle with this. Yeah. The boss is dying so fast here. Everyone's at 1300 plus, 1400, 1500 DPS, 1600 DPS. Everyone is destroying this, and there is a death. Did the hunter die there, or was it a feign? No, he's in range now. I think it was a feign. Here's the first death. Unless I missed one earlier that I wasn't paying attention. Hunter is alive, yeah. So look at the mages. The mages just need to LOS for themselves. It's so easy to LOS this shout. This is going to die. They blow up all of the ads right away. Look at how fast the ads die, actually. The ads die really fast. There's 2 deaths on that. GM White has big bucks. Yeah, GM White has crazy. Was nameplate an indicator an add-on or weak or? It's an add-on. Here, I can even post it. Here, we would like... Oh, perfect. Look at this Greater Stone Shields. Look at all the warriors using Greater Stone Shields. Just the amount of cleave damage you can take, it's just not worth it. And there's no reason to not use a Greater Stone Shield here. So, Greater Stone Shields being popped. Very, very clean, very smooth. Rogues as well, guys, were squishier. Rogues were squishier. The Hunter gets knocked there so that he was slowed, so he wasn't able to pull the next group yet. But everyone just moves forward as an entire raid. Might be a double pull. Let's see what happens here. Singular pull. So that was like a couple seconds. Oh, here it is. He moves forward, gets the second pull. They blow up the staff right away. That's actually pretty decent RNG for that to be a staff there because they can kill that first and then double pull the swords. Done, dude. He's a Noob's warrior god. Yeah, GM White is so geared, guys. With the Gressel, Hungering Cold, and the Iblis, and the Kiss of the Spider, it is insane, actually. See if we can get a pull here. There we go. Blow this up. The Hunter's probably going to move forward. There he is. The Hunter's in position already. So this Hunter, really good positioning. Although the entire raid was close enough, like padding-wise, the entire raid was close enough to be able to just move into this. But if this pull had been padding all the way back here, guys, the Hunter had already moved into position. Really, really clean. I'm still in love with the Hunter positioning on Resuvius. Yeah. Nice to catch you streaming. You've helped me more than I can imagine with my rogue. Dude, I appreciate that immensely, Red Rares. Thank you very much. Everyone's eating while everybody moved into their positions already. Food buff didn't... Oh, food buff did go off. There we go. Food buff is off. Arcane Intellect on the warrior. Probably going to cancel aura that. Let's hope that there's a cancel aura on that. Kiss of the Spider. Timeout. A little fat finger. A little fat finger on the Kiss of the Spider, guys. Unfortunate. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. What is the 32-minute bread buff? This buff is the 2% hit buff. Fire Toasted Bun. Or not the hit. This is the spell version. Yeah, hit. There we go. 2% hit. It's the from the Fire Festival. The Summer Festival. And he used his Rage Pot. Oh my god. And Death Wish. And Death Wish. Okay. At least bye-bye to the Arcane Intellect. So, Gothic Phase 1, there's nothing special. There's literally not, like, I'm just going to skip it. Gothic Phase 1 is, I'm Noob's Druid player. Thanks for watching our video. Yo, thank you guys for letting me watch your video. Gothic Phase 1 is literally, it's such a meme, right? And we all know that, right? Gothic Phase 1, there's nothing special. There's nothing you can do to really speed it up. Right? Other than, like, Noobs has the DPS here to not fear anything. Noobs has the DPS to just pump, right? Because on dead side, they should just destroy it. Also, actually, I have a question for you as the Druid player in Noobs. If this translates well. The Druid Tier 3 2-piece that gives rogues extra energy and warriors extra rage. Are you spamming that on the, I would say preferably rogues, because it's a lot bigger than on the warriors. It's only 2 rage instead of 8 energy. Let me know. All right, and now they're moving on to Gothic. Gothic's going to come down. Another fight that, like, for parsing, Gothic is a meme, so don't, if you're ever trying to parse Gothic, don't. Warcraft Vlogs finally removed it. We talked about that forever. He does rank 1 Rejuve, works for the ticks. Yep. Rank 1 Rejuve. Rank scales with energy gained. Is that a fact, dude? I don't know if that's a fact. But if you're on undead side, if you're on dead side here, you're not going to kill. You're not going to hit Gothic. Don't worry about it. Look at all this time where Kiss isn't up, so that Kiss was wasted. That Kiss and Rage Pod at the beginning was a misclick, because he's going to save it forever. It does. Boom. So you have to use the highest rank. So you have to use highest rank, huh? I'm going to believe you. I'm going to test tomorrow to confirm. I'm going to test to confirm, but I will fully believe you. That's incredible. It is the tick rate then. Okay. All right. Now here's where padding can be very helpful, but let's see how Noob deals with this. They move all the way through because that padding, look at that padding. Boom. Move all the way through. Blow up both of these. Move on. Nice, beautiful skip. Look at that hunter. Your hunter is incredible. Victor, whatever. Went forward and had pulled that already. Like, it's such a simple concept, but to be executed well is very rare in practice, in all honesty. So it's really, really good to see. It's really, really, really good to see. Like, look at that. This group's already here also. Like, this guy's going to take a second to get here, but that's just because of what it is, right? The padding of the other gargoyles is moving away, so they can actually move to skip it. Now they watch for padding. Pull this. I think you have to. I don't know if you can skip this. But they use sappers here. There's a death. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. One person has to stay behind to res. Everyone else move forward. Pull this and move it into the corner. The reason why they're waiting on the pull is probably to get the res off. To make sure that the res goes off. Res does go off. They're good. They also get these ghouls here. That's potentially bad padding. I think you should be able to skip that. Because I tested it and I thought it was just tick rate. It's a misleading tooltip. Was always that way. Interesting. Interesting. It's the same on the tier 3 set bonuses. The priest tier set bonus. Excited? Dude, yeah. They're going to... So... Every speedrun guild is going to cleave this down. The first 2 bosses. You can't for-cleave this. You cannot for-cleave this. Let me tell you that you cannot for-cleave this. A lot of people are like speculating, can you for-cleave this? You cannot. Because Zaliek will one-shot your entire raid. Noobs is recruiting a druid and warlock, guys. Look at that. Perfect place, dude. I think in the future when we have full gear, we might see guilds 3 cleaving this. Yes. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to. The only thing is, once the void zones would be scary, and once these 2 die, you would probably need to start kiting away from them. Because you're still going to get the ticks here. 3 cleave is very scary because the void zones would leave you in a bad position for moving. Also, it's possible. Our hunter was hit by 37 million damage from Zaliek Chain during one of our wipes. I was hit by 137 today in my GDKP's wipe. 137k. 3 stacks. They kill him by 3 stacks. No recklessness, by the way. 3 stacks. Easy, guys. Easy. They actually got out of range before they got a 4th stack even. Now, here's the thing, right? Everyone out there is max distance, so they're not getting hit by the AoE. So here is really a big thing for speedruns, and every guild should employ having some of your warriors, mainly warriors. I say warriors as I'm a rogue, and it sucks for me. Some of your warriors in here DPSing on Zaliek, and then swapping out, right? And then they rotate out. They move to LOS so that they don't get knocked there. And then rotating out. It just helps DPS that boss down, which is incredible. Instead of everybody just staying out on that boss, there's no point in having everybody stay out. Warriors are chunkier, so they can live. A couple of them can live. How are all their void zones stacked so perfectly? They just literally, it's all on melee, right? The void zone's going to be on the melee. They're going to move, right? So the first void zones were early, before everyone else was here. But, right, if they get another void zone, they're going to move. Now he still has some stacks, right? So he can't move in yet. Gonna add his, just because this is a good downtime, he's re-adding his Scourge Stones and rebuffing some stuff. Okay. 8 seconds. Look at some of these warriors going in here, guys, right? Some of the warriors going in. That could be scary right there. With Zaliek moving, if he had cast on the casters right there, it could have been scary, right? If he had gotten in range and done an AoE on the casters, it would have been scary. He is using elemental sharpening stones. Why? That is a good question. I don't know. I don't know. They're going into Spooter. Oh, because they're going... Yeah. Duh. Red, 6-piece Dark Mantle, 2 Bloodfang chests. Long question, but what do you think I should run with Purds, Core on Tooth? Run your Dark Mantle. Run 4-piece Dark Mantle with your 2-piece Bloodfang. 4-piece Dark Mantle with 2-piece Bloodfang. This is a big pull. I'm actually almost surprised they didn't use target dummies, but they did. It looks like AoE taunt, which they could bop AoE taunt, or they could also lip AoE taunt. Dynamite's used. It's also why he swapped off his holy water here, because they're going spider. Boom. So they also used their holy water here, or swapped off to dynamites instead of holy water because of spider. Just, you're not going to use holy waters there. That was a really good idea during the downtime to swap your his sharpening stones, because you can't do it at any other time. Boom, move in. Swaps onto Badge of the Swarm Guard and Phylactery. Did the music stop? Probably. Let's find out. Here we go. All right. Cleave down these ads. You can use a FAP here. Really useful so you don't get stunned. Warriors might want to just use Mighty Rage though, but like rogues and stuff, you can use a FAP here. Super useful if your guild isn't really good at stacking these too well. These are stacked really well on the boss's butt, so you're fine. Yeah, you can swap after a noob. You can swap your stones after a noob. It's just in that speedrun, there's no better time to like stop DPSing, right? They're gonna kill the boss before it even does anything. And everyone's still web wrapped, so they can't get like knocked up. The damage, now they could. Damage isn't even really that scary. You can dodge the spike that a noob does. If it's on your melee, you just move because he turns and casts it first. Speed items. We're seeing speed items in the form of the boots. Goblin rocket boots being used, guys. Huge boots. I was going to say it looked like he equipped a helm, but he didn't. He's using his normal helm right now. Boom. Speed items off. Kiss of the Spider is on here. This is a really nice pull where they actually get a distract on these guys. Right? So look at these spiders. They're distracted right here. Right? They're all looking right here. Beautiful. Why don't they kite a noob out while killing him while kiting Thankris? The hard part about kiting a Noobercon is if you get web wrapped and then all of your DPS can't attack a Noobercon. You know, if you get web wrapped while you're moving wrong, if you didn't want to fap. Massive 90, thank you for the follow, dude. Everyone who's followed, by the way, guys, sorry that I haven't called it out, but thank you so much for the follows. Genuinely appreciate it. Here we're going to see the best pull in the dungeon. We're about to see the best pull in the dungeon very soon. This is huge. Okay, they got one, maybe two skitter packs in that. This is scary. Lots of damage can be taken here, but they deal with it really well. Somebody has aggro back here, but they're fine. That is a big pull. Really, really big pull. And now they're going to get more spooters. Swapping trinkets on to the Ramsey's Lightning Bolt, like I mentioned earlier, guys. And some people have the helm from Nomergon for this big pull. This is the pull. Also, he has like the absorb trinket, which is just for safety. 2 dead, yeah. Yeah, these healers are really good. Everyone in this, like Noobs is playing this so well. Noobs is showcasing why they're a absolute world-class guild. They're just playing this really well. Now they kind of have to wait for these items. They kind of have to wait for these, right? And he's going to use... Boom. Uses his trinket for the absorb before they move in, or before he invis pots. Here's the pull. Look at that. The Fairlena pull. Every time. Everyone's here. And it's going to lag here because of all of the callouts. Boom. Sappers and Ramsey's lightning bolts. You guys can see it. All of the lightning bolts. I'll show it again. Watch the lightning bolts go out first a lot of the time. If you're going to macro these together, again, I would suggest macroing Ramsey's first. That's just a safety thing. Yeah. Is he wearing rank 10 shoulders and helm? I think so, yeah. Now he swaps back to normal trinkets. Diamond Flask and badge. This is kind of like a wait. All right. Now they're getting it. Now they're on it. Cleave down the followers here. The followers do count towards your parse on the boss. Everything should just be stacked on the boss. The followers should be stacked on the boss. He's about to get his trinkets up. Perfect time for badge even, because he could get the cleave, but he's not using it. Diamond Flask. There's the badge. And he has Diamond Flask. Are they going to use Diamond Flask on the pull after? Nope. Diamond Flask right now. So he could have used those slightly faster. This is Noobs. Noobs has the world record right now of 1 hour and 5 minutes. 1 hour and 5 minutes, basically. And don't worry, guys. I'll probably upload this to YouTube, just so people that missed the breakdown can see it. Yeah. This buff right here, Is this buff that looks like King's, the fish liver oil? What does the fish liver oil buff even look like? Horde life that I've never used it, man. One mob is left alive, the one that was MC'd, kill it. Oh, it's the Pally set bonus. What does the Pally set bonus do? Excuse me. And I'm going to sneeze again. Fish liver oil just looks like poison resistance elixir. Okay. Excuse me for that, guys. Armor. Okay, extra armor, which is actually nice. Always nice. Does it have a different thing that does on every character? Here's another big pull. Which they deal with really well. It looked like an AoE taunt was used there. They could have also used target dummies. Another like on these pulls, like AoE taunts, rotating AoE taunts and lifts or bops are incredible. Also target dummies. Horde side, we're going to see a lot of target dummies. Not nice when it double oh yeah, Caustic, didn't you lose your world buff tonight because of that? So it can stack. There's skipping this. And 1 second, guys. Going here. All right. Sorry. Bear. And we're back. So we don't get muted. Buttes, thank you for the follow. All right. Easy normal pull. 28 MP5, Shaman, Priest, Paladin. 80 spell damage. And healing for Mage and Warlock. 140 attack power for Rogues. 700 armor for Warriors. That's insane, actually. This is a double pull, which is good. I think this is great. They should absolutely do this every time. Just focus down basically the shadow bolts for the most part, so you don't take too much damage from that, and then you can not cleave these. I wonder if it's possible to cleave batch these. Maybe. Let's see. Killed before the cast. Killed before the cast. Boom. Boom. Beautiful. Beautiful. HP is still a little bit low while they still have 6 stacks on them. So here is basically just Priest topping everyone up. Because this could be a scary pull while they still had that HP low. How many Thunder Furies? A lot. Amazing padding for them. Beautiful padding. They can just skip everything and move right here. I don't know if the shade will pull, but they might be able to skip the shade. And then they should pull these and move in, which we'll probably see, just so that they don't pull anything back here. So there we go. Pull these and move in. Here they have padding right there. They might just end up clearing out those spiders. Yep. Spiders, pulled. There we go. Amazing, dude. Bjorn's here. Give me 1 second. Permit. Bjorn City. Bjorn City. You should be able to post again. 10% proc maybe, but it kind of sucks for Shaman since it only goes off lesser healing wave. Yeah. Paladins are super strong, guys. Super, super strong. They're also not allowed to Petri again, guys, so they can't all Petri the Myxna web spray. There's no Petris allowed on this tournament realm, right? But all of the rogues should be able to vanish the web spray. All the rogues should be able to vanish the web spray. Rippers. Unlucky. Broken out or not? Let's find out. GM White, save me. Okay. Here it is. I don't see anyone having banished it. And this mage or whoever it is used either arcane power or got PI'd or used mind quickening gem. What? Why would you use it at that time? But it doesn't look like any of the rogues vanished that. I don't know why. Oh, no. Yep, none of the rogues vanished it. None of the rogues vanished it. All of your rogues should vanish that. The first one. Always vanish the first one. Although... no. They actually did it on purpose. I'm an idiot, guys. Might be. They did it on purpose so that the rogues didn't push them down to 30% so that they didn't get the enrage. Smart play. Now, if there was to be a second one, they would just do that. If not, save your vanish. You can vanish. There's so many things you can vanish, guys. You can vanish the tick on 4 horsemen. You can vanish the tick on 4 horsemen. You can vanish the frost aura on Sarthe. You can vanish the bomb on Sarthe, obviously, but you can vanish that. Yeah, my Exa very, very clean. Frost Res gloves. Looks like chess. Frost Res. So they are using quite a bit of Frost Res. Do you know what your requirement for Frost Res is? For your melee? What your requirement for Frost Res is? A Juju Chill used. No greater Frost Res pot yet? Oh, didn't get on the sharpening stones. Oofies. Looks like only 10 healers, so probably a lot. My guild is around 180. I would assume around 150 to 180. Frost resistance. Dodging the blizzards here. Still no greater frost resistance pot used. No, it's air phase. I was like, did someone pull threat for a second? Rippers. GM White's getting a little bit too close and trying to... Oh my god. Wasn't able to put on his... He wasn't able to put on his sharpening stones. Consecrated sharpening stones because of that. Think their time having a pot for air phase is much smarter. Yeah. Yeah. If you can air phase pot. But I'm curious. Let's look at the log. Only 10 frost protection pots used during the fight. Two minutes and 36-second kill. One, two, three, four, 5 pieces of Frost Res gear. There's a tier 2 helm. Pretty incredible, guys. Like, their patchwork kill is 2 minutes and 2 seconds. Like, pretty incredible. Like, yeah, really incredible. They didn't really need it. Their healers are pumping in what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 healers? 11 healers? Yeah. You can also see, of course, there's a Amplify Magic here on everybody. Amplify Magic doesn't get affected by the Frost Aura, but it does increase your heals. Just huge. And there's the Kiss of the Spider used. Death Wish, potentially. Is there another air phase too soon? There's 10 seconds still in air phase. Oh, it was a late Death Wish. $15 seconds left on Death Wish. They also used recklessness. They're gonna kill it before it goes up again. Oh, perfect time death wish. Look at that. Who am I over here? Perfect time death wish. What? Perfectly timed death wish, dude. Very noobs. You guys played this raid so well. So incredibly well. You deserve the world record. And I think with Darkmoon Fair buff, right? Because they don't have Darkmoon Fair or Warchief's Blessing, right? So on the live servers with Darkmoon Fair buff and Warchief's Blessing, they're getting sub 1 hour, 100%. They literally just skate better. So if you ever like can't kill a boss, just here's my advice for you. Just skate better. That's it. All right. So we can skip through KT Phase 1 because KT Phase 1 doesn't do anything. Anything, right? All right. Boom. All right. Here we go. When the MC happens on KT, is it a full threat wipe for everyone? The main tank, you know we are very rich, very noobs. I do know you guys are very rich. Your main tank gets, yeah, you're losing threat, but we'll see what happens, right? Ooh. So interestingly enough, their positioning is more of like a cross than it is like a straight up. It doesn't change anything. I bet it would confuse the heck out of my guild, who we almost had a kill yesterday. It was going to be our first time. I was so proud, where melee didn't die to a void zone, a shadow fisher, but it didn't happen. And a good thing here on this fight, which that was really good. Melee want to run backwards on a shadow fisher, not sideways, or else they'll chain freeze everybody. Just if your group gets shadow fishered, you're kind of screwed. Just move out. Like, just move away from the boss. Blowing their fears, blowing their intimidating shouts. Why no Warchief's Blessing? Because they're on the tournament realm. They can't get Warchief's Blessing. And no Darkmoon Fair. There's the first MC. Slumber Sands out on everybody instantly. Mouse over slumbered, and then some sheeps probably. Void zone right there. Virulent is attacking people. There's a second slumber on him. He needs to get dispelled ideally. There it is, the dispel. Perfect. They literally cannot. They cannot, and they cannot use Petri Flask. It's not allowed. These ads can... They're getting shackled. There's that void zone. Some people move over. Some people move out. If there had been a freeze there, it could have frozen all of this group. Scary. Boom. There it is. 1 minute or 1 hour, 5 minutes. Congratulations to Noobs on the another world record. We'll look at the logs. 1 hour, 5 minutes. We don't know. I don't know if these will stay live on Warcraft logs, right? Huge GG, like absolutely amazing. I don't know if these will stay live on Warcraft logs. But we're gonna see Noobs run with Darkmoon Fair and Warchief's Blessing coming soon, probably. So expect this time to be beaten. Salad Bakers in progress. Absolutely expect if they have a clean run for this time to be beaten also. But Noobs just played phenomenal, man. Phenomenal. So yes, if you guys do end up doing it with Darkmoon Fair and everything, please make sure to send me the VOD if you break the record. Can they just do Naxx over and over on the tourney realms? Kind of. Kind of. Yeah. So Noobs has a lot of, like, they've done times near this many times now. They've got like an hour and 5, an hour and 6, an hour and 7, an hour and 9. So I don't think the logs will stay up from the tournament realm. But huge run, dude. Huge run. Huge grats to Noobs. Huge big fish liver oils, electromagnetic gigaflux reactors, big Ramsey's lightning bolts. That Grand Widow Faralina pull was amazing. And then we're going to see something even more incredible with Darkmoon Fair and Warchief's Blessing. They do have that nice little, they can use like single use only items. So that will slightly slow things down. We'll see. But just huge grats, man. Just in general, huge grats, guys. Amazing work. And on that note, I'm going to log off for the night. Guys, thank you guys for all of the follows. Thank you guys for all of the subs. The gifted subs. Kildar is huge tonight, dude. Appreciate the support from everybody. Huge grats to Noobs on these runs. Absolutely insane. And it's going to be really fun to see. Really fun to see how fast the other runs end up being. Noobs, yes, Noobs has probably the most geared people in the entire world. Let's just say that. Noobs probably has the most geared people in the entire world.